Okay, so welcome, Vena. It seems that we had
Hi.
some connection issues. Um, so maybe we'll record and have this as a little conversation and practice. Um, these lightning lessons are sort of an experiment anyway, and I'm kind of trying to see where they land. We did two of them last week and the week before. And this one is called the pause, and around kind of listening to the whole being. And yeah, maybe we can just do a little check-in introduction, who we are, and then we practice and reflect. So again, my name is Uri. I'm based in a small town not far from Pisa in Tuscany, Western Tuscany in Italy. And I'm a facilitator, trainer, artist, father. We just finished lunch here, and yeah, I'm developing this theater that reconnects as a kind of approach methodology, which brings together theater of the oppressed, social presence theater, and work that reconnects. Yeah, and I'm kind of trying to land right now exactly what is the scope of this research. And for me to pause is to take a moment to take a breath and stop whatever that I'm doing and getting stuck in my head, in my thinking, and going back to my body. So that's for me to pause, and yeah, passing it to you.
Okay, so I wasn't sure what I could expect, and I wasn't familiar with another sessions, so I didn't watch them. So if they are available, I would love to see them. But I don't know. I just researched and I found you, Uri, and the entire sessions and workshops and programs that you do. It seems a lot of it online, so that's why I was really curious, because I'm also living in a quite small town near to Reykjavik. I'm not living in Reykjavik, and in Keflavik here is not much happening, and although it's a small city, lots of people are working here and living here. Not many social activities happening. We also have lots of people who seek asylum in Iceland who are coming directly to the town I live in. So there are lots of people from different countries. There are lots of refugees. Yeah, and lots of invisible people, I would say. So that's why I started to develop what I'm doing now. And actually, funny enough, I started from body. So the opposite what you just said, that coming back and to pause, going back to body. Maybe for me, it's a little bit the other way around, because like I am very I'm working really in a physical way, in a material way, and I am crazy enough to start to think things and develop and run things. And I have plenty of ideas. I'm very creative and very spontaneous. So I just bring people together and started to create and see what happens, and use many techniques that I knew from the past, mostly from performance art strictly, not the theater, but the performance art, because I'm a performance artist myself and also doing different things. But I would say performance art is a core of my practice. So I am very curious, very enthusiastic, and very fascinated of like entire idea and concept of theater of the oppressed and social present theater. So I'm doing what I can to learn more, to be able to teach more to people, or facilitate more, as I prefer to say, than teach, because I think we all teach from each other. So yeah, mm, very curious and happy to develop and see whatever happens. So yeah, for me, pause is basically, I think, going to my mind more than going to my body, funny enough.
Great. Yeah, so again, this is a lightning lesson, and yeah, the other sessions I publish them on my Substack, so I have a newsletter, and so you can watch them. And yeah, they're always kind of emerging in the moment, and some included conversation, one more practice. But yeah, I want to kind of combine a bit, so maybe we can do a little practice of pausing, of just and then sharing about that. Um, so again, like there is different ways to pause. I like my teacher of social presencing theater, Arowana Hayashi. She speaks to this concept of ma, which comes from Japanese word for space. There are different words for space, and ma is kind of the empty space or the in-between space. So it's kind of like the negative space. If you think about like the empty space inside the vase, or you know, the pause between words. So the ma, and that there is a certain quality of pausing, and that from that something fresh comes out. So a lot of our practice in social present theater is really kind of also learning or relearning to take a ma, like a pause, and listening to that pause. I also like that in this pause, in this ma, something, you know, can speak to us. So we can listen to the empty space somehow, whether this empty space is the if we would like to say it's the earth, the place where we are, or our body, or social body. So we're just going to take kind of a ma, and again, the idea here is that you don't have to kind of do it in a certain way, but yeah, some people, you know, you can close your eyes or not. Just kind of paying attention to our body and its sitting position or whatever position it's in, and just kind of taking a pause and listening. You can listen both to the outside, but the inside, and how our body feels. Just noticing that without changing anything. And then the space around us, between us? How does it feel? We'll bring our awareness back to the space and to our body sitting. Open our eyes and just sharing whatever came to us in this space. So I can start, and I noticed that there's a lot of like pressure in my inside of my skull, like my head was pushing into itself. And I'm working on a PhD proposal, and it's like making me insane. And I can really like it feels like forces that are pushing from different sides. So there was a lot of pressure there. And yeah, a lot of more softness somehow around the belly, around the space, and yeah, and it was nice. I also sense like possibility in the space, possibility in between us. So that was nice, and also the need for just let my head go for a little while so I can land. So that's what came up.
I felt heaviness in my hands, like really quite big heaviness in my hands, which surprised me a little bit. And I felt like a hot ball that just like stopped to be moving, or like it's still in this tension of doing lots of things and being busy, and it stopped, and it's still like steaming from what just happened, and cooling down slowly. So longer it took the energy were for me cooling down and feeling calmer and calmer, which was quite nice and relaxing. And yeah, the sounds of my breathing and sounds of cars around outside of the house, and the distance, interesting distance between inside and outside, because I didn't feel distance to the place I'm in, but I felt much bigger distance to the outside somehow. It was interesting. It and also kind of remind me of meditation a little bit. But I wasn't focusing on not thinking, just like I would do when I would meditate. Just I just closed my eyes and focus on my body, and on my body. It was interesting to feeling the like an energy cooling and calming. So the level going slowly down. Uh, Positive.
Yes. Yeah, Arowana, our teacher of social practicing theater, so she's also a meditation teacher, but yeah, this is more of a mindfulness of body practice where we kind of ground our attention in the body rather than a meditation. Although also in meditation, what I've learned is that it's not really about not thinking, it's about paying attention to our thinking. So we're paying attention that we're thinking and the source of our awareness. So Arowana tells this story, Zen teaching thing about the difference between a dog and a lion. And the dog, if you throw a stick, the dog will run after the stick. But if you throw it to a lion, the lion will look where is the stick coming from. So so this in terms of if we project it to the awareness, like where is our awareness coming from? And if we take it back to this mindfulness of body and taking a pause, I feel many times we're kind of get stuck in a loop of thinking or a loop of doing that it's like kind of pressing a reset button, so like taking a ma. And I feel like it can also be like quite short. It doesn't have to be a long time. It could be like just, and it's a good reminder, I feel, for us, whether we're working in a team or working with ourselves, like entrepreneurs or social change agents, we can get stuck somehow. So this taking a pause, I feel, is a good way to just little pauses that help kind of, oh, am I like noticing where I am, what I'm doing, what needs attention. So yeah, that was it. It was a very short thing. And with your permission, I'll share this on the Substack as well. And for people, it might be a resource. And I have scheduled another one. The last one for this series of lightning lessons is next Monday on the 24th. And then, yeah, this is like closing this 4 sessions experiment. And yeah, you're also part of the Beyond the News Creative Lab, which is going on, and people can still join that. It's the challenge is open even for people that are not doing the course, and they can kind of go through the process. I love this, your kind of willingness or intention about creating something locally with migrants. This is a big thing also for me in my work, was working with refugees and also figuring out how to do local work has been a question, it's ongoing question, like, doing this work online. It somehow seems easier to work with people from far away than people near us, and how to kind of bridge that gap. So thankfully some things are moving, and we're doing a performance in a small theater here on Saturday. I'm very excited. But also I'm hoping that, we can help each other to start our different seeds wherever we are and kind of bring this approach and this kind of technology, human technology, social technology, to all the places where we're from.
Yeah, I have similar experiences with difficulties to motivate and encourage people here locally. Especially Iceland during the winter makes you really feel like sleep all the time and stay at home. So it's even like really, really much more difficult now to encourage people to just go out from homes, and those people who stay indoors all the time in one space, which is not good normally for your psyche and health in general. So yeah, I'm excited that you're doing your theater play, and I'm happy I could join this, and it's so open source, which I also work in that way, so I completely can reflect on that and feeling, because like I'm only one here to do what I do, trying to involve other people to helped me in a way, because running an NGO by yourself only is quite difficult and time consuming. But also the feeling of loneliness in your approach, and not lack of possibility to actually share and to communicate with someone who maybe do something alike or at least a little bit similar, is a big thing actually. So it's I think it's really extraordinary that you do that. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And good luck and see you in the challenge and in the course later this week.
Yes, thank you very much.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.